G'day and welcome back to the Pillars of Ranternity. Last time round we had a fascinating conversation with Durance about the God Hammer and his role in the creation of it. We also killed a bunch of bandits that were trying to get a dragon egg because we wanted a dragon egg and they didn't want to share. And turns out that was not in their best interests. We've also just had a construction complete for us, so I think what we're going to do now is I am going to improve the walls. This doesn't give us much beyond more security, but I think we could do with more security. So what we'll do is we will get these walls, because the more security we have, the less money we lose each turn to bandits, and the less likely we are to have prisoners escape. And while I don't know what I'm meant to do with prisoners, I'm pretty sure part of it is not let them escape. Hey, hen dinner. Anything I can do for you? I've got some handy ointments if you're braving the roads anytime soon. I found the dragon egg. Hey, Hilia's feathered tits. She clasped her hands together, wincing at the pain. Knew you could help. How'd you manage it? I found the nest you spoke of. Hope those worms didn't give you too much trouble. Let's see her then. She cradles the egg with her good arm. Amazing, not a single crack. She runs her bandaged hand across the shell. She hefts the egg into the back of her wagon and rummages among her shelves. Here, take this. She drops a stack of coins and a parcel of ingredients into your hands. Everything you need to brew a good, strong pick-me-up. Should come in handy with the kind of scrapes you seem to get into. And come see me anytime you need potions or ingredients, alright? I got a special price for friends. Let's see your wares. Sure thing. These prices are just for you. So, we can get, like, raw ingredients. And I don't know of anything that's particularly important with these, because I've not looked into crafting. And we can get things like a healing potion. Which probably would be a good idea to get at some point. But we haven't. So, like, this is a lot less than this. This is instant, and that would be quite useful. You know what? Let's grab both of those. And while we're at it, since we're looking at selling things, what's the sell interface there? No. Trade. I know. Here? Yes. Okay. Let's just dump a bunch of junk right on your hands. One of these? Oh, the initiate's hoods. Never mind. Yeah, no, we'll do that. There we go. I mean, we're still doing that. Task completed. What else do we have? We've got the scroll. We've got to go see someone about a thing. And we've got to get to the records archive in Defiance Bay for this. That would be good. Which we need to go to the Ducal Palace for. I like the way these are all kind of mixing with each other. Cliffs near the ocean, get stuff in Copper Lane, go to the Elder Archives in the Hall of Revealed Mysteries, talk to the Grieving Mother, which you should probably do at some point, and go to Craighold. Also, head to Stalwart. Let's go with the
just say the word.
Place. Oh, new quest. Okay. Page unturned. A series of murders has shocked and terrorized the scribes of White Rock Isle. Sequestered in their island monastery in the Boot of Ondra, they've had little success reaching out to the mainland for help. Though renowned for their integrity and artistic talents, the scribes may be unknowingly harboring someone who's attempting to sabotage their work on forbidden books. I think Kana would be great at that. So it's going to take 2 turns and it occupies him for a while. But hey, that sounds great. We didn't have any income or anything. I don't know when income is done. But hey, Got that done. And now we can leave again. I don't think there's anything left for us to do here. So let's just escape. Actually resting. Now we'll go to the tavern and we'll do a proper rest there. Tavern's here. The Dracogen Inn, in fact. See, now this is like the really expensive backer content. So anything we could do is Sid? No. Dingler!
Hail and well met.
I'd like to see what rooms you got. So we can do increased dex and damage reduction against burn, which would have been helpful. But we're just going to use Dragon's Lair, which gives everyone pretty nice boost to basically half of the relevant stats. So why not? Okay. 8 hours have passed.
You must gather your party before
Yeah. I got it. It's all good. It's fine. So, we'll head to the ruins, which should be pretty interesting having an Engwithan with us. Interesting, although limiting, obviously. Do not think he will be particularly amenable to my general approach of let's take everything that isn't nailed down. And the things that are nailed down, let's pry out the nails and then take them. And, you know, anything the game will let me take. It's not like the NPCs have put anything to good use. 8 hours, so that is exactly to going to between the 2 points. So, yeah, if we do need to split it up, I think it's worth a loading screen in some cases. You, by the way, have ages to complete, right? Yeah, 3 days, 9 hours, so don't need to be too worried about wasting time.
Stay out of sight.
Oh, look, Glanfathan's. A man stands before you, his face smeared with green and ochre dyes. Hides and furs cover his body, and he holds a spear in one hand.
Tread carefully, Estramor.
Back to your village, Estramor. You're lucky the three-tusked Delga hunt other quarry today. I'm looking for a group of people that may have already entered the ruin. So that is why we wait here, Estramor, and that is why I've decided to leave you in peace. These individuals are my enemies too. If you let me in, I could bring them out for you. Allow even more Estramorvan to trample sacred ground? Certainly not. Well, you already messed up once. What's the harm of doing it again on our account, seeing as how we're probably much nicer people? What'll you do? We will wait. If they're inside, they must come out. And when they do, he slides a fingertip along the point of his spear and shows you the drop of blood. What do you know about Clearban Rilag? It's a sacred place of builders, and neither your feet nor ours shall sully its stones. The grasses, however, I will gladly water with your blood. Three-tusked Stelgar? If not the toughest of Glanfathan tribes. Giravius mutters from behind you. Three-tusk... his voice kept low, just for you to hear. Three-tusk are certainly the most belligerent and uncivilized. They tame Stelgars and ride them into battle, which tells you everything you need to know about their subtlety and self-preservation instincts. Have the farmers grown too fearful to even mention our name? We are the fiercest of the 6 lives of Air Glanfath. We are the guardians of the monument here. Never heard of the builders? Known by other names of the heathen tongues of farm folk, they're the ancients who built this place, and many more like it. And we of the 6 tribes guard their legacy. I'll be going. I was hoping that we would have something come from that. Like, come from having him. So is there anything we can do here? Like, seriously. Without murdering people. Alright, okay. So, yes, there is, because there's more of the map. For some reason I hadn't thought we'd been able to go as far left. Okay, we found a corpse with Orland's Bramble Ring. Increases DR, increases defense against things. That's not too bad. What do I have? Ring-wise. I've got Gorn's Pledge, which frankly ain't that great. Rings. Rings are where? Here. And I'll pass this on. to someone else, like you. You can heal yourself now. Good job. And this can go back.
Just say the word.
Okay.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
What can we find and what can we do? Okay, so we can kill ourselves a wolf. Yep, we certainly can. I don't think anyone would argue with that. Okay, here's a camp. Whoa, camping supplies. I think we need some of them. And berries? Ah, right. So here's another way in. A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into a river centuries ago, leaving two jagged entries on either side. See a yawning passage into the mountain on the other side. You might be able to jump across the gap. Sagani misjudges the gap and barely makes it across, spraining a wrist in the process. Oh, that's a pity. So she gained a penalty, but we got in. So we should go and explore. Yep. Defenses, there are 4 different types. So try different attacks for different enemies, which frankly I'm not spending enough time doing. And I don't think I ever will. Okay, so let's see.
Keeping an eye out.
Ooh, this is definitely nice. That's right, because the tutorial area was also this kind of a thing. Hello, troll.
You
Trollmagol.
better run!
Yeah, you better run.
Hey.
I think it resisted the knockdown. Oh no, it didn't.
My mind feels sharp as
Whatevs. It's the same combination of trolls and oozes, really?
You're mine!
Didn't we deal with this enough on the frickin' Glamfathan ruins?
Just say the word.
Those guys are really annoying.
Keeping an eye out.
They're just resistant to a bunch of attacks and things. I don't like them. Oh look, swamp lurkers. What do we got? Do we want to keep dealing with them? Or do we head back and go a different way? So we could have gone in the front entrance, or we could, which, you know, we avoided because needless murder is needless murder, and I don't really want that. Sure, they could have had interesting things.
This fight is mine!
Gotta love that knockdown. You charge. And everyone kills you. Thank you. Rune-covered pillars, you don't know what they say.
Not a problem.
Oh, for frag's sake.
Just say the word.
Actually sneak when I tell you to sneak. I'm saving more frequently because I kind of feel like I should. These are really nice, like really interesting looking ruins. Let's not go out that exit. If we were to kill the people that are here, then we can force them to come out.
I've got something
Oop.
over here.
Okay, everyone, back up while I deal with this. Thank you. Noxious burst trap. Fantastic. Skein bone. Okay. Let's try this again. You. And black oozes, come on. Oh, there was a trap here. That seems less than ideal. Man, Haravius, just don't set off traps all the time,
Just
buddy.
say the word.
Need something?
I need you guys to get off the things I'm trying to loot. Oh, honestly, who throws a shoe? So how big is this map? Alright, it's pretty big. Ah, corrupted druid. That sounds like a fun time for everyone. Okay. Good job, Sagani. So I could deal with the corrupted druid, or I could find out what's through here. Man, I mean, I
Let's
can
see
just...
what's in here.
Okay, that'll cost me one lockpick.
As promised.
Big deal. Oh, look at that.
You're mine.
Unable to be corrupted, dominated, charms, confused, sickened. Okay, you...
Hey.
Yeah, crap. Definitely need to do this as quickly as... Can you just knock him down? Thank you. Can you knock him down? And can you... turn into a giant wolf thing?
Die already!
Can everyone just kill this thing? Why? What happened to you? What the? Get in, do stuff.
Just can do.
Okay. Now, you guys kill this. You yank him. And yank him. And then knock him down. Everyone knock him down. Okay, I don't know how that guy healed. I don't like it. And I do not approve. But I'm willing to take all of their fancy stuff with me.
Keeping an eye out.
Just say the
Look,
word.
I mean, this is totally reasonable for me to do. I find it kind of weird that Haravius is not raising a fuss about this. Tiny Animat. Aww. What is with all of the pets? Frankly, they don't seem that important. And Sura's supper plate. Okay. So it's just a plate stolen from the table of Noga matron Sura by Farron Dolka after he infiltrated her compound to assassinate her. So a supper plate became the assassin's running joke. In the moment of triumph, Farron pulled the iron plate from under the matron's lifeless head and felled it up like a shield. Thinking himself quite clever, he took the plate and several of Sura's eating utensils to a local blacksmith and had a shield fashioned from them. The sharp blades protruding from the shield provided an excellent deterrence against foes at close range, and Farron took to wielding it regularly until he lost his shield and his arm and his life to Sura's daughter. Okay, so it's got retaliation, right, which basically means that when you get hit, it does damage. That's kind of cool, but I'm not going to use it. And so the other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk to the Grieving Mother, I think, if I can. Yeah, oh, there's the option.
Your mind comes bearing questions.
I had questions for you. You addressed me as Watcher from when we first met. Do you know what a Watcher is? There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she was going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen.
Title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle, a familiar one.
Yet I do not know where it came from. If I've given offense... Oddly enough, it seems like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill which persists for a short moment, then fades into a dull fear. If I've given offense, please forgive me. Forgive me. You would know more than I. Have you encountered watchers before? I do not know. It is an odd feeling. I don't know where it stems from. It was a word that arose when you saw me. It is said watchers see much that others do not, and yet I have been hidden from the eyes of others for some time. Let's talk about something else. How is it no one can see you?
Their eyes see me, but their minds will not remember past the call.
Call?
On my face, is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath. And for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear, a peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing.
Okay.
As a watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
How are you able to affect minds? I divert the flow of their senses down a different path, to a place easily forgotten. It is not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure, but the memory slips away. They see a woman, but there's no desire for conversation, no desire for any questions, and I have none to ask. I want to discuss something different. When we first met, how was I able to enter your dream?
I do not know. What you speak of. If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
As she speaks, you suddenly feel an odd sensation in your mind, as if walking in her thoughts would be as walking down a back street of merchant stalls. The claustrophobia of wooden shelves and canvas tops made less oppressive by the sheer number of enticing vials and bottles that stretch out to the sides of you. You suddenly realize that whether she permits it or not, you could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing, and in response your hand twitches, as if there's a feeling you could simply pick up a vial, taste it, sample it, and keep the memory as your own. And suddenly you find yourself back in your present thoughts, though you are away for just a moment. She seems unaware of your diversion of thought. It may be one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. May I try again? My mind is open to you, as it was before when we met. I could not stop you if you wished. As long as you don't mind if I try, I shall do so. My memory is not as it was. Much has been forgotten. If you would walk in my thoughts, I have nothing hidden. Her thoughts seem strangely apologetic and welcoming both at once. Perhaps you may learn something that will strengthen you, or a clue as to what has turned this terrible burning of the fields of souls and halted brass wheel. Her mind gives way in your passage almost unnoticed as you enter her, as before, encircling the memory you shared when you first met. And suddenly you are calm. You are on a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table, lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding it in all directions, a forest hazy with mist. Although whether it is actual mist, or distance, or recollection, resting in the curve of a natural arc above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention as if looking down on you and the events unfolding before you. The plateau is soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you. You feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body. Your physical contours have changed with the surroundings. So this is literally the first memory we had. So let's just go through all of that. I walked again in your dreams, thoughts, and I believe your memories. A mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrist quelling the rise within her. She is frightened, but curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
The dream, the memory I saw upon meeting you. It was you helping give birth to a child. There's a silence, and as your breath falls away, you hear the faint cry of a child in the distance, a newborn child, almost exactly like what you heard in the dream. As you listen, the grieving mother raises both of her hands, as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, in a semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To your surprise, you recognize emotions and words from the memory, even as they are new to you. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cries grow still, and yet the sound of the chimes weaves almost hypnotically into your thoughts, and the sky seems sharp and clear, and you feel as if you are towering over your surroundings, as if kneeling atop a great pillar, just as she did in the memory. To your surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut, and her knees crack hard against the ground. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movements. In a ragged voice you hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before you, harsh, almost desperate.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
Her eyes, now terribly sharp and real, are filmed with white, silver white, like Adra. It was the middle of a forest, atop a great plateau. The sky was clear, mist blanketing the trees. As she kneels before you on the ground, she whispers to you hoarsely, and even fainter with the distance between you.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
It was Silver Adra, its surface touched by the sun, warmed by the sun. As you watch her hands rise before her, she clasps them, then cups them as if feeling them for the first time, and she stares down into the cradle of her hands. The chimes sound once, twice, as they swing with the movement.
And what did these hands hold?
The same chimes you hold now. I think that was it, yeah. She leans back as if looking back at the sky, but her eyes are closed, the film on them building on them. With a slow intake of breath, you feel time become quiet around you. I do not feel the memory. I do not know if it's mine, but thank you for trying. I want to talk about the birth memory, help you recall it. So,
Tell me what you saw.
this one
The stone of the plateau.
was definitely this one.
And what did these hands
They held the mother
hold?
while she gave birth, painfully. Let's try this one. There was a sudden intake of breath and then a release. Her eyes blur closed, forming into slits, but then the brief glimpse you have of her changing expression, the rippling pain in her features seems to have smoothed. She swallows once, twice, and then you feel her once again in your thoughts, the rasping husk of her voice swallowed down, drawn within her.
It was the birthing bell you saw. Has it been so long? Have I forgotten so much?
With the words comes a river of impulses, thoughts, as if loosed from a breaking dam, and as your mind wraps the impulses into words, you realize it's her muscles and her hardened thoughts relaxing and breathing again. There's such intensity you almost want to step back from the flow, but you find the wave of impulses cause questions to float to the surface. Among them is the name, Watcher. What is the birthing bell?
It is a plateau formed of the spirit stone Audra. At its top is set a great bell, cradled in the reaching arm of the plateau. It stirs in the wind, and it sounds for leagues when struck by kith hands. In distant times, the great bell served as a Glanfathan watchtower, perhaps. Why they abandoned it, I do not know. Other men came in time, settlers, and claimed the tower as their own. I, in turn, claimed it from them. The pillar became a cradle where I could draw new souls into the world.
Where is it located? The birthing bell lies deep in the great forest of Deerwood, at the borders of Glanfathan lands. Surrounding it, barely a town, not one you'd find in any map, but it held an important place for those there, even if they were far from the beaten track. Small families tied like a knot, joined at the wrists in mind and thought, all were welcomed, all had purpose. In your memory, were you helping a woman give birth?
Yes. Yet, I believe you only saw a small part of the birthing ritual. It is not all in a moment, nor in a day. It is a journey of many years between the child, the mother, and I.
There was much I could do to aid the mother. Some sought the physical comforts of the ritual to steady their thoughts, even Audra from the bell. Others would seek advice, words of counsel for the days ahead. I was able to provide draughts, tinctures, and a reading of the child's spirit, all to strengthen the mother. A telling of the child's spirit?
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived.
There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems to as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen. There's a spike of fear, alarm.
Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Ah, right. You're frightened. Something about watches. As if the thought of watches crosses your mind, you feel a sharp pain, stabbing, and a grieving burn of lashes across your back and shoulder. And then it is gone. You feel a grieving mother before you, silent, almost fearful, wary.
There was something else, but because the title Watcher was cast on me, the word carried a weight I had neither earned nor deserved. The world seems filled with such titles. They distract, I think, from the actions of the person, from their strengths.
But if they came to you to read the child's souls, what did you tell them?
The world has many corners,
why did you think
and
you
in some
could go
corners,
Watcher?
the name Watcher is more known. It is an easier title than others, and at times it is easier to wear. Placing a title upon what is unknown can dispel the fear of it, and I did not fight it. I even believed it true, though I knew little of the ways of Watchers. It even granted me strength. I was able to see the thoughts of others. shape them and help guide souls. Watcher seemed enough, and the name seemed to matter little in the light of one's acts.
But if they came to you to read the child's souls, what did you tell
I
them?
drew upon the present. I felt the soul of the mother before me, and used that to tell the child's path, to give it a voice. If only the thoughts of the mother and the emotions that lie beneath were mine to impart. I did, and so I used that as the telling of their child's future.
And what if the mother's emotions were painful and hurtful?
One must guard oneself when drawing upon the thoughts of another. The pain of a mother's rage and disdain. It can be a powerful poison.
So you shaped their thoughts, made the readings true.
This is my calling, to show them the life I see before them, and even greater, make them believe it.
Why would you do such a thing?
Even the most strongly worded tells may not be enough to save a child and allow it to be born. If I have the strength to strip away the stem of a mother's spite to expose kindness, weave nurturing from disdain and neglect, then that is my calling.
Understandable.
And with the weight of Watcher behind my thoughts, these tells gain strength. Strength I never possessed on my own. They believed. And what they believed became the truth. With each child that was set upon that path, the title of Watcher became strong.
Until it all came crashing down,
You
I
must
bet.
understand. Without such weight upon my words, many lives would have been lost, drowned, cast in the lake beyond the bell. Now the trail to the lake is lost and reclaimed by the forest, as was meant. A Watcher was not there to look over us, but it was a Watcher that saved them. And with a Watcher's strength, children were born, were cared for, and grew strong.
I see.
What use is a frightened will when a spirit is at stake? Would you let the fears of a mother end her newborn's life? You felt it in the memory, the weight of it, the importance of the child's life. It was a memory we shared.
That memory. It's not the truth, is it? And suddenly there's a rasping cry across your consciousness. He raises her hands, and you see the chains straight from them, and yet they make no sound as she moves.
Greater good was done, and children were saved. It is a choice you may be forced to make one day, and when faced with it, you will make the same one.
When that happens, I'll be making my own
This
choice.
choice is not yours to make, Watcher. You will do as the world needs, as its children need. It is greater than you and your twist of sight.
That's really interesting, this whole concept of, okay, if you can force people to do good, is that good in itself, or is it not? And that's a question to ponder another time. Until next time, I hope you have a great day. We will leave it here for today, with the words of the Grieving Widow and the prediction that we will pick control of good, over free will, in the name of good, when it comes down to it. Until next time, I hope you are having a great day, but I can't make you. Bye. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you spending the time and effort watching the videos I make. If you'd like to watch more, on the left there should be another video from this playlist. On the right there will be whatever YouTube recommends, and in the center there is a convenient subscribe button just in case you need it.